It's just my take on the matter. LeBron James is the greatest stat stuffer in the history of the NBA. Lonzo Ball got the gift, but he doesn't have the glow. You heard it here first. Bill Belichick sabotaged the Super Bowl. Michael Jordan is the standard by which basketball excellence is measured. Period. That's just my take. What's yours? Hey, thanks for stopping by. Please hit the notification button, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment. I'm going to get your take. Let's talk sports.
Yo. What's going on? Welcome back to Mike Take. This is me, Michael John Pinnell. I'm excited to talk with you guys about these new developments that's taking place with the NBA. And the NBA has become the greatest soap opera ever. The NBA is better than All My Children, Days of Our Lives. This is the greatest. Let me tell you how great the soap opera and the drama of the NBA is. A friend of mine, female, who really don't watch any sports unless it's a group setting with a bunch of people. This is a female friend of mine who really likes to watch stuff like Jada Pinkett Smith on Facebook, her show. That's what she's into. You know, she's into that stuff. She reports to me, sending me a link to ESPN saying that LeBron James went to the Cleveland Cavaliers. So if somebody like this here, who's really not that interested in sports from a pure athletic standpoint of just watching the sport, that just shows you how much of the NBA is a league that's really selling the drama. You can't sell the actual playing on the court factor because there's no drama in that, because Golden State wins it every year. They sweep the finals every single year almost, and just nothing that the NBA can't sell that. But before I get into what I'm going to talk about in terms of the NBA being the greatest soap opera ever, also the conspiracy against LeBron James, that the players in the league has, to me, it's clear that there is a conspiracy against LeBron James to actually keep him from winning another championship. Okay? And also this move to LA that to me looks like it's going to be a dumpster fire, and Magic Johnson is on the hot seat. What does this mean about LeBron James? Before I get into that, let me just tell you what my take is about and how I come up with my take. And I've been doing my takes for, I don't know, a little over a year or so. Did a lot of it mainly just Facebook. Just recently started uploading these videos to Facebook. And let me tell you what I comprise my takes of. I'm not an NBA insider, but I have an ability to discern information according to how it comes out. And what I develop my takes around is, number one, the stories that come out, what's reported, okay? You have what's reported, and then you have to take that and also understand the person, what we know about the person. So what we know about the person, what we know about the story itself, and the subsequent factual parts surrounding all of that. And based on all of that is what I draw my takes upon. And having said that, I'm telling you right now, the NBA players have conspired against LeBron James to make sure he does not win another championship in this league, period. And let me take you down memory lane to show you exactly everything that has taken place that suggests to me It's clear to me that they actually conspired against this man to keep him from winning another championship. Well, first of all, Kevin Durant chooses to go to the Golden State Warriors. Now, yes, weak move and all of that stuff. Now, the narrative that's been talked about is, well, he didn't want to play with Russell Westbrook anymore. Perhaps that's true. It probably is true. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he had to go to Golden State in order to compete for a championship. Remember, they were up 3-1 against Golden State. A play here, a play there. They win that series and they face the Cleveland Cavaliers in the finals. So it really wasn't a matter of whether Kevin Durant didn't think he can beat the Golden State Warriors. They were up 3-1. So really, in him going to Golden State, yes, he wanted to get away from Westbrook, but he also wanted to make sure that he prevents LeBron James from winning another championship. What better play? Where can he go that will almost guarantee he'll win a championship and prevent LeBron James from winning another championship? Golden State. There's no other place. There's no other place. He could have went to many other places and competed for a championship. Many places. He could have went to Washington. He could have went to Portland. He could have went anywhere. Oh, he could have stayed in OKC. Okay, he could have went to San Antonio. He could have went anywhere, and it wasn't. They couldn't pay him. He took less money to go. Okay, he took less money to go to State. So he could have took less money to go to any way he chose to go. He could have went to Cleveland for all that matters, but he did not do that. He went to Golden State. Why? Because he did not, and they did not want him to win another championship in this league again. Okay, period. That's it. And remember, at Harrison Barnes' wedding, what were they doing? They were all, including Kyrie Irving, mocking LeBron James. All right? So for me, Kevin Durant's move to Golden State was the first sign, and I said this before, they conspired. As long as LeBron James is in this league, and as long as LeBron James has the ability to basically choose where he wants to go and pick the best spot for him, they're going to stay together and make sure this man doesn't win another championship. I believe that's what he said. And then remember what Kevin Durant did. He had a fake Twitter account in which on that fake Twitter account, he posed the question, is it narrative or is it skill? And what he was saying was, is it the narrative about LeBron James that he's the greatest player in the world and better than Michael Jordan? Or is it skill? And he was saying that because he literally just outdueled LeBron in the finals, outdueled him, particularly in Game 3, right? Where he elects to shoot, LeBron elects to pass. He outduels LeBron. He did it again last year, but I'm talking 2 years ago. And so he posed the question, is it narrative or is it skill that really matters? Well, we found out that it was actually him that did that. But what was he trying to say? He was trying to say, I'm really better than this guy. And I'm going to prove I'm better than him. And I don't want him to win another championship. So I'm going to stay in Golden State. Now, shortly after that, there's rumors that Jimmy Butler can, get traded to or get signed with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then what comes out? What comes out after that? Well, what comes out after that is what? The reports is the players of the Cleveland Cavaliers. What players? We don't know. But the players of the Cleveland Cavaliers says to Jimmy Butler, stay far away from Cleveland. This place is volatile. Stay far away from here. But what's that really about? Is that about Dan Gilbert? No, it's not about Dan Gilbert. Because Dan Gilbert basically stepped back and said, look, I do whatever I can within reason to bring players here and pay for. He was already paying over the luxury tax. So this wasn't a Dan Gilbert matter. This was a LeBron James matter. How do we know that? Because shortly after that, what happens? Kyrie Irving forces his way out of Cleveland. I don't want to be here under any circumstances. Now, the respect is what? He went to Dan Gilbert like a man, something LeBron James didn't do. Went to Dan Gilbert and said, look, I'm done here. So obviously, Kyrie and Dan Gilbert had enough of respect and a relationship for each other that he would go to him behind closed doors and say, look, I'm out of here. I don't want to play with this guy no more. And it came out like that. I don't want to play with him anymore. That this is following up behind the reports that the players of the Cleveland Cavaliers said to Jimmy Butler, do not come here. Kyrie Irving forces his way out. So this ain't a matter of Kyrie having an issue with Dan Gilbert. So this is again, Kyrie Irving and the players have an issue with LeBron James. What that issue is, I don't know. I really don't know. But there's something about LeBron James that's telling people, don't play with this guy. Don't play with him. You can't play with him. Stay away from him. Now, let's go further. After that, the trade is made. Isaiah Thomas comes over. Jay Crowder comes over. Dwayne Wade gets over there somehow. They signed. They got Derrick Rose, Jeff Green. And by all intents and purposes, we all said, this is a good roster. But this thing implodes and explodes like never before. Like, we couldn't believe it. Like, oh my God. What is going on in there? It was so bad. One of ESPN reporter before Cleveland Cavaliers game, I think before they played Minnesota, she plainly said the guys do not like each other. The environment is bad. They don't like each other. They don't even want to play with each other. She came out and said that. Shortly after that, everybody gets traded. Isaiah Thomas goes on record saying, we don't even practice over here. This is horrible. This is bad. So how do you have guys like Jay Crowder, who was just in Boston, and Isaiah Thomas, who was pretty much the leader of that team, go to a conference finals, plays well, and all of a sudden now they're in Cleveland. These guys forget how to play. The environment was evidently so bad that they just said, we're not going to play. They get traded. I know they was all happy. Jay Crowder goes to Utah, has success. Isaiah goes over to the Lakers. Then, here's what happens again. All the media is reporting, man, what is LeBron James going to do? Now, LeBron James sat into the very last day to opt out of his contract. For what? We already knew he was going to do that. So why did you take to the last day to opt out of your contract? To me, that was a little bit strange. However, Dan Gilbert it's not on record, but it was reported that Dan Gilbert said he would be okay with LeBron not signing here anymore because he'll get his franchise back. That's what ESPN reporters noted. That Dan Gilbert said he'd be okay with LeBron James not signing here. And I've said this before, that after Cleveland won the championship in 2016, I was saying to myself, I wonder if Dan Gilbert would be like, thanks for the check, LeBron. Have a good life. But he's a businessman. You don't cut off your nose and spite your face, especially when it comes to business. Keep him on for a few years. He wants to sign here, play. They're going to play for another one. Cool. But Dan Gilbert was done right then and there. So he's not on record, but it's reported that he said, I'll be fine if he leaves, because then I'll get my franchise back. So I don't believe that the Cleveland Cavaliers actually offered LeBron James an extension, and that don't matter anyway because LeBron James probably most likely was going to sign back there anyway. However, just before the 29th, around about the 27th or so of June, what comes out? What comes out? Stephen A. Smith reports that LeBron James texted Kevin Durant saying, let's go to LA together. What does that tell you? What that tells you is that LeBron James didn't necessarily want to stay in Cleveland, and he didn't necessarily want to go to LA without anyone going with him to LA. What's there in LA in terms of an existing roster? A young ball who has talent, he has gifts, but he's not really a shooter. What does LeBron James want around him? Shooters. Kyle Kuzma is fine, but he's not a knockdown shooter just yet. He's a good talent though. You have Brandon Ingram, a bunch of young guys who've not won anything. So you're trying to tell me you're going to leave Kevin Love and Jeff Green and JR or whatever. But he's a champion. He's won. He's been there with you. He's been in the battle. You're going to leave Tristan Thompson. You're going to leave all these guys to go play with a bunch of young rookie, two and 3 year guys who haven't done anything, who basically was the bottom seller of the Western Conference last year. You're going to go there without anyone? Nah, man. Cleveland didn't want to offer him a contract. They didn't offer him a contract. And he probably wasn't going to stay there anyway, but he sure as hell didn't want to go to Los Angeles without somebody coming with him. So he texted to Kevin Durant, hey, let's go. Kevin Durant said, nah, I'm good. I'll stay here. Why would I do that? That's the report that came out. So he's not being offered a contract here. He's not going to stay there anyway. He got too much pride to do that. So he's going to go to Los Angeles anyway. Let me tell you how I know that LeBron James reluctantly signed a contract with Los Angeles. Who the hell they brought in? They brought in JaVale McGee. They brought in Lance Stevens. They brought in Rondo. Oh my God. Yeah, okay, this is the team they're putting together that's going to compete against the Golden State Warriors. I don't think so. But let's go a little bit further. There's a guy by the name of Paul George that for 2 years everybody said that, and he said this, he really wants to play in LA. The talk is all, I want to play in LA. I want to play in LA. I'm going to sign, he gets traded to OKC, but I want to play in LA. All of a sudden, this man signs with OKC after being bounced. First of all, OKC had a very mediocre year. They made the playoffs, but they had a very mediocre year. On top of the fact that they actually got bounced out of the first round by the young upstart Utah team. And Paul George elects to sign back with OKC versus go to LA and play with LeBron James? Really? Let's keep this also in mind. This, I think, internet show that Paul George has, he sits down with Dwayne Wade. I don't know what Dwayne Wade told him off camera. We know what he said on camera. If you're going to play with LeBron, it's about winning championships. You're going to play with LeBron, you got to sacrifice. A lot of people didn't sacrifice playing with LeBron James. But I don't know what he told him off camera. But whatever he said to Paul George says, I'm good, I'll stay in OKC. Signs a 4-year deal. Not like a 2-year deal, I'll get out. 1-year option, I'll come out and I'll go to LA. Signs a 4-year deal to stay in OKC. Man. So you trying to tell me that Paul George don't want to play with LeBron James? All right, let's take it a little bit step further then. Let's go this far. DeMarcus Cousins was a free agent. The media was reporting, wow, now that LeBron James is in LA, this is going to attract a bunch of guys. Well, the best talent available was DeMarcus Cousins, even though he's coming off injury. Big deal. That's still DeMarcus Cousins. Still one of the best and most skilled big men in the league. Okay? Well, that just makes sense now for DeMarcus Cousins to go to LA. Are you trying to tell me that Magic Johnson did not offer DeMarcus Cousins a deal? No deals at all. He didn't offer him a 2-3 year deal. Nothing. He didn't even offer DeMarcus Cousins a deal. Magic Johnson never called DeMarcus Cousins and offered him a deal to come to LA. He never done that. He didn't do that. No. We don't need you. We really don't need you. Are you seriously telling me that Magic Johnson did not call DeMarcus Cousins and offered him anything to come? Now look at the deal that DeMarcus Cousins signs with the Golden State Warriors. He only signs a 1-year deal. So you're trying to tell me then, okay, now, he only signs a 1-year deal with Golden State. So you're trying to tell me that Magic Johnson didn't at least sign or offer at least a 1-year deal for DeMarcus Cousins to come to LA and play alongside the King, LeBron James? Or is it that DeMarcus Cousins said, I'm good. I'm good. I'll go to Golden State versus pay. You're not going to do me like you did Kevin Love. You're not going to do me like you did Chris Bosh. You're not going to do me like that. You're not going to turn me into Tristan Thompson. You just go grab rebounds and throw it back to me. DeMarcus Cousins said, I'm good. I'm good on that. I'll go here to Golden State. So now, Golden State basically has a roster of Hall of Fame talents. I call them Hall of Fame talents. I don't call them Hall of Fame players because they haven't all proved that just yet. Kevin Durant will make Hall of Fame. Steph Curry, yes. But DeMarcus Cousins is not a Hall of Fame player yet. He has Hall of Fame talent, but he hasn't proven himself to be a Hall of Famer just yet. So, they basically got a roster full of Hall of Famers. Hall of Fame talents. What chance does LeBron James have in beating this team, regardless of who he gets? Okay. Well, they'll get Kawhi Leonard. All of these things that are taking place is just basically confirmed to me that these players do not like. It's more than just we don't want to play with this guy. We don't like him. We don't want to play with him. We don't like him. And whatever came out, I don't know. We don't know. This is the thing we don't know. The only thing that we know is that Kyrie Irving was steadfast of not coming. Do not come to Cleveland. I want out of here by any means necessary. There's reported that he said, I will sit out the entire year. Get me out of here and get me away from this dude. And if you look at Kyrie Irving's demeanor when he was on First Take, he was like, something's wrong with this guy. Something's wrong with this guy. So, whatever it is about LeBron James, I don't know what he did to who he did it to, they're done with LeBron James. The entire league is done with LeBron James. This leaves him, the only thing that he can hope for is that, and this leads me into my next point. The LA Lakers, this is going to be the most interesting thing they will be something to watch. Not from a basketball perspective though. But this is going to be something to watch though. Because I don't know what the hell Magic Johnson is thinking about doing. I don't know what his mindset is. I don't know what the heck is going on. Because you basically seemed as if you were trying to develop the new talent. You had a young ball. To me, I thought he's going to be great. But I don't know what he's going to be now that LeBron James here. You have a coach in Luke Walton who comes from system basketball. He hails from system basketball. That's all he knows. Playing under Phil Jackson, assistant coach under Steve Kerr. All system basketball. So he's bringing his coaching style would be that of system basketball. LeBron James is not about system basketball. LeBron James is about his system and him having the ball and everybody standing around here and I'll pass you the ball when I get ready to pass it to you. Lonzo Ball is not a spot-up shooter. Ingram is not a Kyle Korver type shooter. Kyle Kuzma is not a Kyle Korver type shooter. Rondo, who they brought over here now, is not a shooter. Caldwell can shoot, but and they bring JaVale McGee over here. This is going to be a dumpster fire. And what this tells me is that this is LeBron James' exit strategy. I'm going to ride out in the sun in here in LA. I'm not here for basketball. I'm here because my son is playing in the league out here. I'm going to retire out here. I'm going to start up my next business plan, and I'll put up some numbers, and maybe I'll break the record of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with a Laker jersey on, and that's what the plan is. Because there's no way that they have any shot of winning anything insignificant. They got to just worry about making the playoffs, which I do believe that they'll be better than at least the Utah Jazz. But I don't believe they're going to be better than Portland. I don't believe they're going to be better than New Orleans. Even though New Orleans lost Rondo, I don't think they're going to be better than them. It's going to be a struggle. They're not going to be better than OKC. OKC will be better. So we're looking at LA Lakers being a 6 to 8 seed. They're not going to beat the Golden State Warriors, barring injury. Nobody's beating the Golden State Warriors. Nobody's beating the Golden State Warriors, barring an injury. And the Golden State Warriors is not going to go play this season hoping to break some records. They're going to win about 66 to 70 games. They'll win those games just because of the pure talent they have on their roster. So this was not a basketball decision to bring LeBron James over here. So unless Magic Johnson is saying, look, I'm only setting up for the next 4 years, so I'm going to dump Lonzo Ball, I'm going to dump Ingram, I'm going to dump Kuzma. There is no way that Pop is going to trade Kawhi Leonard to the Los Angeles Lakers for a bunch of young guys that have not proven themselves to be anything. And so Magic, even if Magic does decide to do that, who else is playing with them? You got LeBron James and you got Kawhi Leonard. Who the hell else is going to be there to play with them? This is not going to work. You got Rondo, who is a ball-centric player. LeBron James, who is the ultimate ball-centric player. You got Alonzo Ball, who's a point guard that needs the ball in his hands. This is a dumpster fire. And then you got Luke Walton, who comes from system basketball, and LeBron James don't like to play in systems because he don't like to play off the ball. He don't like to cut and move without the ball. This is a dumpster fire. But it will be something to watch. It will be something to watch. It really would be. And that's the greatest soap opera of sports, is the NBA. They no longer selling the play on the court. It's everything other than the play on the court that's being sold in the NBA. Better than All My Children. Better than Days of Our Lives. This is the greatest soap opera of all time. Anyway, that's my take. What's yours?